prefer for economics and government because we're always focusing on math, and math is so hard for our students that I spend more time teaching math than any other subject.
Wow.
So I teach writing and math to the students that are struggling, but I actually am a K-12 all subject teacher, and I have 28 students this year. Last year I had 33, and I have to teach them all. I have to teach their parents how to teach them at home, especially right now. So I thought I would try to teach some stuff. I'm hoping that this book will have a lot of things about the grocery store. So, so that we can make sure that we know what to ask for at the grocery store. I wasn't sure. So I thought we would just go through this little thing. And I know that you don't always like the long passages, but I think these are a low enough level that everybody can feel comfortable. So I thought I would read this. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio, and then I'm going to read it, and then people can volunteer to read next, okay?
Okay.
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables, or produce, at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
So I'm going to give you my theory. Fruits and vegetables are at the front because everybody's going to buy them no matter where they are in the store. But actually, I think it's because they want them to walk through the whole store to go get the milk, to buy a bunch of stuff. So sometimes I think that stores plan to make you walk through every aisle so that they can sell more. So anyway, that was just my theory. What is the first thing? Do you guys can see this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Oh, and I want to make sure we don't say vegetables. It's still another one of those shortcut words, vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
Produce, P-O-D-U-C, produce, P-O-D-U-C.
Grace, do you want to start?
Sure. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
So I'm going to give you two things. Grocery.
Grocery.
And the other way we say it is grocery, but it is a long O sound. So it's grocery or grocery. And it's both ways. Grocery or grocery. And they're both of them. Jade, how did you learn it?
Grocery.
Yeah, so it's grocery. You don't have to put it together.
She wants to join us.
No, actually, Daisy stole his phone. Daisy,
what is the first thing you see at the groceries? 哎，好像富丽那个 Susan，富丽怎么没有见到她？
哦，他这一阵子他在上班呢。
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention to you, that Grace, is that sometimes you do this when you're just reading and it seems simple. And then a lot of times you'll just do this accidentally. So when you were reading lots of stores put fruits and vegetables, you said lots of store puts fruits. Did you hear what I just did?
Lots of stores.
Lots of stores put, right?
Yeah, and you actually said lots of store puts. And I just want to mention it. I think when it seems easy, sometimes you relax, and that's what comes out.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of stores.
Okay, lots of stores put fruits and vegetables.
We were talking about plurals, and we want to make sure that when we're doing a plural that we have a singular verb.
Produce.
Yeah, yeah, and then it's actually produce. It's not produce. because it's actually production and produce. There's two pronunciations for produce.
Mhm.
Produce.
So
Produce.
it's produce when it's
Produce.
groceries. It's produced when you're making produce. I think it's the same spelling. Hold on.
Produce.
How do I say produce or produce?
Produce.
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 Yeah. So what I was going to do is see if my computer will tell me if you can hear both sounds.
Produce.
It's when you're making something, you're producing it. So you produce, or if you're
Verb.
making production, you produce it.
Mhm.
But when you're actually buying groceries,
Mhm.
it's called produce.
Pro.
Oh, produce.
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 Not produce, it's
Produ-
produce. And it
Produce.
literally is different. And I'm looking at it to see.
Produce.
Yeah. So I just realized that there's more than one. It's context. Okay. So if you're going to do a movie production, there's a producer
Producer.
and
Producer.
you produce it,
Produce it.
right?
Producer.
You produce the movie. But if you're buying groceries and you're in the produce section, you're not produce. It's not produce.
Produce.
It's produce. So
Produce.
I know that in Chinese, you guys, the way that you say it matters,
Mhm.
you know, whether you go up or down or whatever. Well, this
Mhm.
is one of those words where it actually matters how you accent it.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I just noticed that, but the problem is that you guys are saying it correctly, but it's not correct in this context.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, do you want to read one more time, Dre, since I messed everything up?
Sure, thank you. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce. Thank you. Vegetables or produce at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
So let's say, let's use the word grocery. Let's go ahead and try not to pronounce the whole word because I think it'll be easier if you don't. So just say grocery.
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 There.
Grocery. Grocery.
You can say grocery or grocery, but you can do it together.
Okay.
Right.
Grocery.
Yeah, that's good, Jade.
Awesome. My turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jade.
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
Perfect.
For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce at the front.
Produce.
That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
Okay, so I'm glad we caught that word. That's why I thought it was kind of cool is we're actually using words that are real common for regular. So if you go down to the grocery store and you ask somebody where the produce is, if you said, where's the produce, they're going to wonder what you're talking about.
Oh.
So when you ask me, where is your produce section?
Produce section.
Produce section. Produce. And so we're not produce, it's not produce, it's produce. Produce. Hey, Daisy, stop. Daisy.
Produce section.
So do you guys hear the difference or not?
I can tell the difference.
Okay, go ahead. And now go ahead, Susan. I want you to practice now.
Produce section.
Are you still here, Susan? There you are.
What is the first things you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetable or produce at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
Good. That's really good. And I know that once you've read with us for a few minutes, you'll get your English accent back. So I know you talk in Chinese a lot all week. I know you do, Susan. So we'll just practice a little bit, and you should get your English legs back. One thing I was going to point out to everybody is you don't want to say first thing, first thing. So what is the first thing? You want to make sure you cut off first. What is the first thing? Because I think everybody drags.
First thing.
Don't say first thing. Do not do that first thing. Make sure you just cut off the T. So what is the first thing you see at the grocery store? Did you see how I'm not putting?
First thing.
Yes, first thing. So
First
that
thing.
was good. So you don't want to say that. Don't put that T on there. Don't go first thing. You don't want that hard T. Jade and Grace, I think both of you did a little bit of that.
Okay, first thing.
Yeah.
First thing. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
Yeah, grocery store. Okay. And then
Grocery.
did you want to try again, Jade? Because I think you did put a hard T on there.
Produce.
Which one?
What is the first?
First.
Oh, what is the first thing you see
You
at?
did it. Now try to listen to yourself. Cut off the T before you say thing.
First thing.
First.
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
Okay, so I think you're still doing it. So try to think about where you cut off the word first and then go to thing. So try to cut it off. So what is the first thing?
Oh, what is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
You said first thing again.
Again?
Don't say first. Do not don't try.
First thing.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
There you
For
go.
many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce at the front. That is because the produce is healthy and delicious. Produce.
And then I'm going to point out something else, Grace. I'm thinking this is still there. What first thing you see at the, because the T and the T are together again, I think we have the tendency to run them together. And it makes it sound like two T, you don't want to do that. So at the, that's for everybody. At the, make sure you cut off the at before you say the.
Okay, at the.
Yeah.
At the. What is the first thing? First thing.
Yes.
Am I right? First thing.
You see
at the grocery store.
Don't try to pronounce the T on at, because you're going to the you don't have to. So you can say, what is the first thing you see at the? So you,
what is the first thing you see at the?
Yeah. Anybody else want to try that one more time?
What first thing? What is the first thing? What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many,
you're still cutting. You're still putting something extra in first thing. I don't know why, but I think whenever there's
what is the first thing?
You're saying first thing. Don't say first thing.
Can you say it for me?
Yeah. So what is the first thing? Make sure you
first thing. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
Good.
For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables.
Okay, stop. You did it on is too. It's fruits. The answer is fruits. Don't go straight from the S to the F and slide it. That's
It's fruit.
a Chinese accent.
You see at the
The answer is fruits.
No, you did it again. Is fruits.
Is fruits.
There you go.
The answer is fruits.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Little,
you're
little, a little pause. A little pause.
almost there.
The answer is fruits and vegetable.
Did you hear yourself do it again?
Oh no.
Listen to it. The answer is what I heard. The answer
Oh,
is
it's
don't do is of fruits. Is fruits. There's a pause.
Fruits.
the answer is fruits.
Yeah.
The
The
answer is fruits and vegetable. So whatever words behind the is always with a pause, is right?
Well, what I'm trying to do is keep you from being quick and lazy, because what happens is it's not laziness on your part. It's really because you've mastered the language,
Uh-huh.
but you've mastered it with a lot of Chinese habits. So Chinese actually does link together a lot. But English, when you slur certain words together, it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. So I'm trying to catch you on the pauses that should be there.
The between the first and the things, the reason I should not pronounce the T sound is because the next word which follows the first start with a T, the letter T. Is that right?
And I think, yeah, because it's really easy to accidentally say TT together. So first thing, we don't want to do that. So we're not pronouncing. And also you're trying to pronounce the S. So you're saying first thing.
Yeah.
You're saying the ST together too. So what we're trying to do is soften the endings of each word so that the new word is the one you hear pronounced.
Okay. What is a first thing? Yeah.
Now, what is the first thing? And don't be lazy about the word the either. It's not you can, what is a first, make sure you do put the TH on the.
What is the first
I'm not
thing?
trying to call you guys lazy. What I'm saying is it's a lazy mouth, if that makes sense. It's a lazy tongue. It's because English and Chinese probably don't link. We probably don't use those same sounds. And so what's happening is that you speak Chinese a lot. So then when you go to speak your English, sometimes some of the habits of Chinese go together with it and makes a new accent. Make a new English word.
What is the first things you? What is the first thing? No. What
So
is the?
Nice and strong though, Jade. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store?
Perfect. Now you sound stilted, but you might have to do that a little while to catch yourself, and then go fast again.
Okay. Yeah. What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For
Good.
many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables or produce at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
Beautiful. So you were actually having to make sure that you stopped between every word, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was very conscious. So when you're talking unconsciously or just after you've been speaking a lot of Chinese, you may have more, and that's what happens to Susan. She spends the whole week talking in Chinese. She comes back to my class and it takes 1 or 2 readings to get back to it. Grace, do you have friends that speak English with you all the time?
I don't think so.
No? So
No.
you have a better phonetic memory maybe?
I think because she came here younger and she studied here.
No.
that's the
I
reason.
can. No. So maybe the answer not supposed. Right. No. Yes, I think maybe.
Or
Sorry.
maybe when she was young in China, she got like a better learning experience when she was in China, even before.
No, I don't think my English good. So actually, well, I don't think my English is good. So
So Grace, I'm going to tell you, your English when you're pretty good. Your English when you're just speaking it, you skip a lot of your verbs. So reading aloud should help you to remember your verbs.
okay, thank
Reading
you.
aloud. How about
Thank
me? I need to
That's what I'm
read
touching on.
loud and slow.
Grace, it's your conversation that you need to work on. So by reading out loud with us, then you're going to remember probably more of your missing little verbs.
Okay,
So that's what I noticed when you say your English isn't good. It's because you say my English not good or my English good. You know, you say my English not good. You don't say my English is not very good. So you left out 2 words in that sentence when you're
Okay.
coming out of your head.
okay,
But when
Thank
you're reading out of the book, then you're hearing all those, there's the is and the at and the, ands, all of that is included in your reading. And
okay.
so the more reading that you do out loud, the better your conversation will become.
Thank you so much for pointing this out.
I'm just
Okay,
giving you the difference because you are very good at speaking when you're reading. So I think you're more, did you do a lot of reading as a young child here? Did you read out loud? in English?
I not read aloud. I just read silently. So, right, I didn't read a lot until I come here recently. I try to read some, but
Mhm.
I read silently. Really appreciate you point out, sister. So I will try.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There are a lot of programs that'll read the things out loud to you, and this is one of them. So that's why I was playing it. So I'm going to play it one more time.
What is the first thing you see at the grocery store? For many people, the answer is fruits and vegetables. Lots of stores put fruits and vegetables, or produce, at the front. That's because produce is healthy and delicious.
Okay, so that's the, let's go ahead and try another one. So this says grocery stores sell fruits and vegetables. Your I'll let it play first and then I'll read it.
Your grocery store might sell your favorite fruits. Your grocery store might sell vegetables that you've never eaten before. Have you ever wondered where these foods come from? Let's find out. Grocery stores sell fruits and vegetables.
Okay. So your grocery store might sell your favorite fruits. Your grocery store might sell vegetables that you've never eaten before. I was going to say seen before. Have you ever wondered where these foods come from? Let's find out. Okay, who wants to read first?
Let me try.
Okay.
Your sorry, how to say that?
Yeah, I made you self-conscious now, Jade, and you were doing good with grocery before. So grocery.
Grocery. Your grocery store may sell your favorite foods. Your grocery store may sell vegetables that you have never eaten before. Have you ever wondered where these fruits come from? Let's find out.
Okay, so I'm just going to mention, I thought this was kind of cute, but I think that you might be equally correct, but you said may instead of might, but I think that's okay. Your grocery store may sell your favorite fruits.
Might. Okay.
But might is fine too. So I like may better. So I'm just pointing out to you that you made a change that I think is positive. So, Grace?
Sure. I want to pronounce grocery, right? Grocery.
Is fine. Grocery or grocery, doesn't matter which.
Okay.
You can either make
Grocery.
the SH sound or you can just say grocery.
Thank you. Your grocery store might sell your favorite fruits. Your grocery store might sell vegetables that you've never eaten before. Have you ever wondered where these foods come from? Let's find out.
Okay, so here's the variations that are normal in English is that some people say favorite, some people say favorite. Do you hear the difference?
Yeah.
I usually say favorite, but most people say favorite. And then I think Grace said favorite, and I think that's perfectly fine. But if you say favorite, it's okay. And then vegetables, Vegetables is okay too. Vegetables is the shortcut that most people say, vegetables, but vegetables is equally correct. And you won't sound like you don't know what you're doing if you do say all 4 syllables. So vegetables or vegetables is okay. Okay, Susan, you want to try?
Yes. Your grocery store might sell your favorite fruits.
Good.
Your grocery store might sell vegetables that your
You say
neighbor
you have, Susan, you can say you have if you've is hard. You can say you have.
you have never eaten before. Have you ever wondered where these foods come from? Let's find out.
So the word wondered, did you have a hard time with that word? Have you ever wondered?
Wonder.
Yeah, perfect.
Wonder.
Yeah, and then after you read a few more, I think when we have more than 3 sentences, you get all bent out of shape too, Susan. So just take a deep breath. You're fine, okay? Take a deep breath.
Have you ever wonder where these fruits come from?
Good, good. So anyway, good job. So we'll just keep practicing. That everybody that's in the class tonight, we have just 3, right? I'm not missing anyone. I'm not looking at the,
Not missing, cover everyone.
oh, I'm covering everybody. Good.
Mhm.
All right, good. So local foods, farmers pick produce to sell at a market. Some produce might be local or from your area. Sometimes people like to buy local produce because it is fresh.
First.
Go ahead, Grace.
Okay, farmers pick produce to sell at a market. Local foods. Some produce might be local or from your area. Sometimes people like to buy local produce because it is fresh.
Good. Okay.
Farmers pick produce to sell at a market. Pick. Some 跑哪儿去了？
Local food.
Some
Local.
produce might be local or from your area. Sometimes people like to buy local produce
Produce.
because
Because
produce.
you
It is
learned
fresh.
that word correctly, but you've never used it in context, right?
Produce, yeah, because
Produce.
it is fresh.
It's a new word
Produce.
for you. Yay!
Produce. Produce.
Okay, so I'll say it the other way that you learned it. Produce.
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 Produce. Produce.
Is the old way. That's the production kind. Produce.
Produce.
Yeah, good. Okay, Susan, go ahead and read for me.
Farmers pick produce to sell at a market. Local foods.
Good.
Some produce might be local or from your area. Some things people like to buy local produce because it is fresh.
Okay, so I have a question, Susan. Do I make the words big enough on the screen? Are they a little bit small? The reason I'm asking is because sometimes you say something instead of sometimes. So is it because I make the screen too small?
Sometimes.
他说你把 something 看成 sometimes 是不是这个字是不是太
Is
小？
the screen big enough? Because those are kind of really similar words.
No, I think she just misunderstood. No, I think it's not a screen
Predicted, right?
issue.
Misread, just
他可能
misreading.
就是读错了，就是顺口读错了。
Predicting, right? It's not I'm making it
Sometimes,
right.
Sometimes
Okay.
yeah, she knew.
我可能看错了，
对对对。
应该是
Are
sometimes。
you seeing it okay, right, Susan? I'm not making it too small.
She doesn't think so. So just sometimes. So because these two looks very similar, so it didn't. If she didn't pay much attention, just
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Just
I just want to make sure it wasn't my fault. And I know that we predict. So here's predicting reading is very good. So I don't want to make people stop predicting. Just like when Jade said may instead of might,
Might.
that's prediction. So that means
Might.
that you're a very good reader when you predict because and I have to try not to predict because
Might.
I will say the wrong word. I'll make my own sentence. So when I'm reading with you guys, I have to make myself read word for word and not predict. But actually, prediction is a good reading skill.
Gotcha. 他 Susan 那个老师说，有时候我们会 predict，就提前先预知读的时候，我会提前觉得我的感觉下一个，你说 from your area， 然后你会说 something， 就会因为你提前先预想了，你就会这样读。他说，其实这是对阅读的 skill 技能来讲是一个很好的，你会提前预知，其实会让你容易 catch 更多的。证明你懂了，但是今天他教我们这个读音，他更希望是一个字一个字读。
嗯
So
，OK。
I'm going to ask a few questions and have you guys answer me. So in your area, is there a food that is a specialty for where you live?
老师是想问，在我们居住的区，因为美国很讲吃 local 的 food， 因为 local food 可以不会有 allergy， 然后是对身体更 health， 所以老师问，在我们的 local 有没有我们 local 特有的某种那个水果也罢，食物也罢。I'm not sure, cause I live in mountain house close to Tracy. It's a kind of a lot of far
Hay. They're known for hay. Alfalfa. Tracy makes a lot of alfalfa.
Oh, really? So I noticed there is near me. There are a lot of the fruit, lot of fruits, like the cherries, the
cherries. Yes, in Lodi, Stockton, there's a lot of cherries. So probably Tracy too.
yeah,
Lemon.
right.
What about you, Susan?
Susan,
It's lemon. It's my area is local food is lemon.
Lemons, good.
lemon. 你住哪里呀，Susan？你那儿有 lemon？
So my
就
sister,
是 Cupertino， 我觉得整个加州好像就是这种，到处有我们的邻居都把那个柠檬放到门口，然后 free 的，都接了很多。
I made lemonade every day.
oh, that's great. That's great.
With honey. Oh, Sister Debbie and Grace and Susan. So after 45 days, the WhatsApp will be blocked. 45天之后，微信就不能用了。
Really? Already? So
the Trump already made an announcement.
Isn't WeChat part of that Trump argument with China?
Yeah.
wow, right. Wow. Why
Today, maybe like 2 hours ago, he just made an announcement.
It's TikTok, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's two different corporation.
No, but TikTok is the one that's getting sanctioned. So WeChat's probably affected because TikTok's the parent company.
Right, I heard about that, Sister Debbie. Only affect the TikTok, but it turned out, so maybe Penn just say they announced it around 2 hours ago, still prohibit the WeChat. So 2 hours 你说2个小时之前 announce 的，然后 with kind of the where
Maybe a few hour, 1 hour ago, 1
Yeah,
hour
I know.
ago.
I saw that, but it was TikTok.
that's
So
that's
TikTok
so
is
sad.
related to WeChat, then it's probably part of the same.
No. TikTok doesn't, is right related with
Yeah, it
WeChat?
must-
No.
TikTok
TikTok affect actually a lot. So if WeChat
runs a lot of
prohibited,
stuff.
I think the TikTok kind of the will be prohibited too. I think so.
TikTok's the one that's being sanctioned.
Right. Wow, actually WeChat, so it's a kind of almost the
Every
only
single Chinese.
to communicate with the China, right? With the Chinese, our relatives. That's so sad. Wow,
I
we
think it's
should
very
think of,
sad.
right.
TikTok already announced. And the
They're calling
45
it
days
national
still have
security.
这是不是不太影响 Zoom 啊？
Zoom is okay, but how can you communicate? No, you can have a meeting on Zoom, but how could you, keep
Cannot,
contact?
because Zoom cannot replace the
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
she
that's a
doesn't
different function.
Yeah, you're right.
It
It's
doesn't have
TikTok
WeChat.
and WeChat.
Right.
They actually included both. TikTok
Ah.